Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Motilal said TNT is ready to support Grenada in the development of its oil and gas sector, following high-level meetings with Grenada Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and other officials on that island. Remember, recently I reported about it where Kamala Persad, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, also met with the Prime Minister of Grenada. It is hoped this collaboration would allow for the transfer of skills and technology, which in turn would bring mutual benefits to the people of TNT and Grenada through jobs, income, and opportunities, a media release said on August 26. This is all part of stimulating our economy here in Trinidad and Tobago while benefiting the citizens of other Caribbean members as well, of Caribbean CARICOM partners as well, people. The release said Motilal met with Mitchell, Grenadian AG Claudette Joseph, and Chairman of Grenada's Hydrocarbons Technical Working Group, Nazim Burke, among others, over a 2-day period, August 23rd to the 24th. This is what you call when UNC wins, everybody wins. There's a whole different approach towards our CARICOM neighbors, our Caribbean neighbors, under the Kamala Persad administration. This is not something that we are accustomed to seeing for the past 10 years. And this is why, people, we need to continue having patience with our new leader, our new Prime Minister, Kamala Persad. Give her the chance, give her the opportunity to be able to do what she does best and what her administration and political party UNC does best, which is to stimulate our economy. And therefore, within probably about a year or so, we are going to start to see the benefits. We're going to start to reap the benefits as well as the economy gets a kickstart and is revived. No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Enjoy free island-wide delivery. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Scarborough came alive today as the Esplanade hosted an unforgettable Independence Day regatta and goat race. These events formed part of the THA's Tobago House of Assembly's exciting calendar of events for Trinidad and Tobago's 63rd Independence Anniversary done Tobago style. Today, Monday, is also a public holiday because our Independence Day fell yesterday, Sunday. Happy Independence Day again to everyone here in Trinidad and Tobago. I would like to, I visited Tobago numerous times when I was younger, but I would like to experience that those sort of events in celebrations in Tobago. I don't care about carnival and stuff like that again, but you know, like the goat race and stuff like that. Yeah, and maybe watching the boat race and stuff. Yeah, I would like to participate in and experience those things. The other day I saw a video. These tourists actually participating, which I wouldn't do at all, but participating in the goat race itself. And to us that might seem simple, but for them that's a whole new adventure, though. That's a whole new experience, something that they have never seen or done in their own countries where they're from. So once again, I am very proud of Tobago, and I'm very proud of my Prime Minister, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who continues to give Tobago mutual and equal respect in so many different ways. She has given the Tobago House of Assembly a lot more independence than we have seen for the past 10 years. And hopefully it will become official in probably in a few more months, maybe about a year or so, when more discussions about Tobago's autonomy is raised. And I'm very sure that Pali is going to keep emphasizing on that fact, that Tobago needs autonomy. But before it becomes official, as I said before, as soon as Kamla Persad-Bissessar became Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, she began to immediately show Tobago respect and said, listen, that is your decision to make, not ours. Yes, we are one country, but we are two separate islands, and therefore I will show the leader of the Tobago House of Assembly the respect that he deserves. And I love that about my Prime Minister. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Greetings from Power 95.1 FM Grenada, as we here in Trinidad and Tobago celebrate our independence. From Grenada to our brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago, happy Independence Day. Wishing you continued progress, unity, and celebration as you mark another year of freedom and pride. One love, one Caribbean family. And that sort of camaraderie, people, that type of feeling that is circulating and spreading throughout the Caribbean now is being encouraged by our Prime Minister, Kamla Persad-Bissessar. She's a strong, independent woman, yet she continues to seek unity and peace, actual peace, genuine peace, amongst all CARICOM states and the rest of the Caribbean by extension. So wonderful. Huge congratulations to our whole team on the excellent execution of the largest Grenadian festival outside of Grenada. It was the 18th edition of Grenada Day, organized by the GDCA in collaboration with the Consulate General of Grenada in Toronto. The excitement of the day was augmented with the presence of Grenada's Prime Minister, Dickon Mitchell, with many taking the opportunity to be photographed with the Grenadian leader. The Prime Minister was joined by other special guests, such as Grenada's recently appointed High Commissioner based in Ottawa, Sylvester Quales, and Canadian parliamentarian and former Liberal Cabinet Minister Ahmed Hussein. He said, I want us to continue to keep the connection, the culture, and the creativity of Grenada alive, Mitchell said in remarks at Grenada Day. You are also adding to Canada its culture, to its diversity, and to the success of Canada. And for that partnership between Grenada and Canada, we are grateful. Something about that man, Mitchell. Is Mitchell by? Yeah, Mitchell. I like about him. He reminds me of Farley. You know, that kind of, I don't know, it's something about his spirit I like about him. Maybe later on, my opinion might change a bit, but thus far, he seems to be governing Grenada in a very positive and effective manner. News from Guyana. President Dr. Irfan Ali also extended greetings to us here in Trinidad and Tobago. On behalf of the government of the people of Guyana, I extend warmest congratulations to the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago on the occasion of your 63rd independence anniversary. May this anniversary be a time of reflection and pride as you celebrate your nation's progress and resilience of your people. I love how he used the word reflection because that's what our Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, asked us to do on Independence Day. That shows the type of, once again, the spirit of the leaders is so important. It's not about being perfect or anything like that. No one, mankind is not perfect. But when you see that type of spirit in a person, it shows that they want to encourage unity amongst our peoples here in the Caribbean. And I'm talking about Irfan Ali. And today is election day in Guyana. And I'm really hoping and praying that tonight I will hear very good news that the PPP Civic was given a second term in office, and therefore that Irfan Ali will return as the president of Guyana. Guyana's values deeply bonds of friendship and cooperation that unite our two countries, and I look forward to strengthening these ties in these years ahead. Wonderful. I'm going to read over that part. Guyana values deeply the bonds of friendship and cooperation that unite our two countries, and I look forward to strengthening these ties in the years ahead. That sounds a bit better. I left out a couple words by mistake. Sorry about that. The Ministry of Health is thrilled to announce the first delivery at the newly commissioned Kendren Regional Hospital, which took place on August 18th. Day after day, you hear about so many different hospitals, police stations, various state-owned buildings, companies being opened in Guyana. That is so wonderful. But once again, that's under the Irfan Ali administration. Departments being opened throughout the entire region of Guyana and the Essequibo in rural areas. The Ministry of Health is thrilled to announce the first, right, I read that part already. Right. Radha Devi Prasad, a 23-year-old from Tushtan, gave birth to a healthy baby with the expert care of our dedicated midwife, Rhonda Fredericks. This marks a proud and promising beginning for our hospital as we continue to serve the community with compassion and excellence in health care. People, once again, don't take any chances. Vote for the PPP Civic today. Residents of Region 3 came together on Saturday to celebrate the opening of the new La Parfaite Harmonie water treatment plant. Telling you, it's all sorts of different things that continue to progress in Guyana under the Irfan Ali administration. A $1.5 billion project, of course, that is Guyanese money, but it's still a lot of money, that will provide safe and reliable water to over 36,000 people, residents. If that is that significant, I don't know what is. Delivering the keynote address at the ceremony, Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, hailed the event as a historic milestone and a testament to the PPP government's unwavering commitment to equitable development across the country. News from Jamaica. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is the only recognized police force in the island with jurisdiction in every parish. This was not always the case, and if one visited 17th or 18th century Jamaica, they would find a country almost entirely void of any significant or organized island-wide law enforcement. Soon after the British took control of the island in 1655, the colonial government began appointing local men to serve as the parish constables to maintain order in their districts. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to value and appreciate and even love our colonial past here in the Caribbean. Leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, arrived to the PNP's mass rally with his wife, Sandra Golding, at Sam Sharp Square in Montego Bay, St. James. Jamaica's upcoming general election will be held on Wednesday, September 3rd. This week, people, 2 elections in the Caribbean. Guyana today, Jamaica Wednesday. My response, follow the example set by our population here in Trinidad and Tobago this election season in Jamaica. Vote based on performance of candidates and policies which will benefit all citizens of Jamaica. In my opinion, please give the PNP an opportunity to take Jamaica to a new level of prosperity and development. People's National Party President Mark Golding once again has declared that financing his party's ambitious plans to raise the income tax threshold to $3.5 million has become more attainable, following confirmation that the country's debt to GDP ratio is back on track to hit its long-sought target. And people, that is going to benefit so many citizens of Jamaica. You would not have to pay, there's something called a taxable and a non-taxable income. And therefore, with that threshold being placed at that amount, 3.5 million Jamaican dollars, a lot of individuals working in the middle class and the poor class wouldn't have to pay taxes. And therefore, their lives will be made a lot easier. They're going to be able to see their way, as we would say here in Trinidad and Tobago, because you wouldn't have to be paying those taxes. That's not going to happen unless you vote for Mark Golding on Wednesday. Now for some international travel, interesting facts, historical facts, news. Archaeologists recently unearthed 2 churches in Egypt that are over 1,500 years old, 1,500 years old, offering rare evidence of Christianity's rise in the country's western desert. I would have said something, but I have to leave it for my next platform. The Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities announced the discovery in a press release in late July. The churches were found at Kaga Oasis, an ancient settlement roughly 350 miles southwest of Cairo. The site is known for its notable ancient Christian remains, including cemeteries and churches. It has been inhabited since antiquity, thanks to underground water sources. Archaeologists uncovered the remains of an entire settlement at Kaga Oasis. The translated press release said. Multiple residential buildings made of mud brick were found, with some walls still retaining plaster. Wow. People, once again, it proves how long Christianity has been in existence. And not just a couple hundred years ago. 1,500 years. And of course, it even dates back further than that. It is basically now 2,000 years old. Jamie Ewan and Lachlan McLean have made history by completing the fastest unsupported non-stop row across the Pacific Ocean in 139 days. With the journey, the brothers have fundraised more than 700,000 pounds. That's a lot of money, people. Pounds you're talking about here. For clean water projects in Madagascar. Congratulations to them. That is an adventure. Unsupported? Supported, yes. I would like to probably experience that. Unsupported? Oh, thank you. That's quite all right. But once again, congratulations to them. Shows a lot of courage, bravery on their part. In a province as big and beautiful as British Columbia, it can be hard to find a drive that stands out from the rest. However, Highway 3, better known as the Crow's Nest, the Crow's Nest Highway, takes divers through lush forests, semi-arid grasslands, high mountain peaks, and valleys. This route runs from Hope, British Columbia, all the way to the edge of the province and beyond into Alberta. The highway's name comes from the Crow's Nest Pass, although the origin is up for some debate. Okay, well, I can't say anything about that, but nevertheless, the British Columbia portion is around 520 miles, around 830 kilometers. But it's mile after mile of hidden gem after hidden gem, especially if you slow down and take notice of some of the smaller communities along the drive. The drive itself can be done in one day, but if you break it up over a few days, you can explore the many wonderful sights, which makes it much more interesting, much more exciting. It's an adventure. Lakes, towns, and parks along the way, people. That songs. And that's in Canada. Once again, I have a lot of relatives in Canada. I wonder if some of them probably went on those types of adventures. Elephants' moms aren't the only ones raising the next generation. Young females, often too young to have calves of their own, are naturally drawn to care for the babies in a herd, stepping up as allo mothers. From helping calves out of the mud to soothing them after a scare, these nannies play a role, or babysitters play a vital role in nurturing the little ones, helping them grow confident and independent. And yes, impromptu sleep overs and trunk cuddles are part of the job. That sounds so nice. And definitely that prepares them for motherhood as well. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share. That's what stimulates the algorithms, people. Stay blessed and stay safe in Jesus' name.